Welcome to the Fantasy Football Picks and Bet Show on the Mayo Media Network. I am your host, Scott Simpson. As always, we are presented by PrizePicks. Sign up for PrizePicks using the link in the description below, code MMN, that's for the Mayo Media Network, and get your deposit doubled up to $100. It's basically free money, as LQ will tell you. Speaking of LQ, I've got my guy, the Real Deal Fantasy on Twitter, LaQuan. Welcome, sir. How are you doing today?
What up, Scott? Feeling good, man. It's Tuesday. We're here, and this is best part of my week. I definitely feel as though there's some good prize picks, some good some options here to make some money this week. Free money, people.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And while you're here, after you've clicked the link, right, you've already signed up for PrizePicks, please like and subscribe to the Mayo Media Network. I think we're crashing that 30K subscriber area. I mean, we're doing a really good job on YouTube, so please do subscribe. I'm excited about this game. We've got two teams kind of headed in different directions. I mean, with Minnesota, it's up and down every single week. With Pittsburgh, it's been more down than up. But we have Big Ben visiting Minnesota, and you like that, Kirk Cousins, and he didn't like it last week as they surrendered the very first win of the season to the Detroit Lions.
It's embarrassing.
Oh, man, so embarrassing. I will say this, though. If you have not checked out the video of Jared Goff's girlfriend enjoying the live revelation that he just won a game, go check that out. Go find that. It is worth every second of your time. I'm a big fan of Jared Goff's. All right, LQ, let's jump into some of these prize picks. By the way, where are you leaning in this matchup? Are you heading more for Big Ben, or are you leaning more towards Kirk Cousins?
I'm leaning more towards Kirk Cousins. I feel as though they're coming back with a vengeance. Detroit embarrassed him last week, and Big Ben just overall just doesn't look good. I mean, he doesn't look like he's the quarterback from like 10 years ago. So I think it's time to hang it up. So I'm going to actually hit the under for Big Ben here and hit the over for Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, no, I like that play a lot, particularly that they're the same play. They're 240 and a hook for both. So you're pivoting who's going to go over, who's going to go under. Not that you have to do that, but I do like both those calls. Along with that, though, Kirk has the only pass completions prop out there, 21. You fading that one? Do you think he gets it done with one or two, big plays to Jefferson, or is he going to get over that?
He's going to get the over on here. There's only been twice this season where he's hit under 21 completions, and I definitely feel as though, again, they're coming back with a chip on their shoulder. They're going to be throwing the ball a ton, and Dalvin Cook also not going to be in this game most likely, so it looks like it's a full send on this completion.
Yeah, no, I'm going to go Kirk over Big Ben. It's more like Little Ben. I mean, he's Fat Ben, but you know what I mean?
Broken Ben.
Broken Ben. There you go. Big broken Ben. So I like it. All right, we're putting it all together. All right, speaking of somebody who's not broken, he's actually done a great job this year. Rookie Najee Harris out of Alabama. Yeah, he's got a couple of totals here. Let's talk about ones maybe you're fading, ones you're kind of leaning towards. His rushing total 67 and hook, only rushing total on the board right now. Check in later this week. They'll probably have a little bit more. But are you fading this? Are you going to smash it? How are you leaning?
I'm leaning for the under here. I'm not too sure if he can hit the over. It's a little too high for my taste. So I'm kind of shy away from the running game, but I'm looking more towards him getting more involved out of the backfield with targets and receptions.
Ooh, I like that. And that transitions perfectly into his receiving total, which is 23 and a hook. I mean, I thought that was pretty manageable. Is that a smash for you?
Yeah, that's a smash, man. I mean, last week he was 5 for 5, 5 targets, 5 catches. He's definitely going to hit the over here for the 23 and a hook.
Yeah, no, I like it. And then right next to him on PrizePicks, oh man, it's my favorite pick. And we talked about this before the show. You were so excited about this pick too. It just kind of came out. Justin Jefferson, 85 and a hook. It might be the best play this week already. It just is a smash for me.
Yeah, this should have been like in the high 100s because this is absolutely ridiculous for 85 and a hook. Adam Thielen isn't playing, and then Kirk Cousins is going to be balling. So give me, Justin Jefferson with this over.
Yeah, all day Jefferson. I mean, he's hit the over. He's been over 140 yards the last 3 out of 4 games. Come on, man.
And Adam Thielen was playing, so
right. Until last week, right? So you Thielen getting over 100, and then he got 83, which is right under that total, so right around that. And then right next to it, oh man, another just juicy plum of a smash. Nate Johnson, 75 and a hook. The guy's been over that like 8 times this year already. I love this play, even up against Minnesota. Who they got? Rashad Breeland. I mean, come on.
Yeah, this is free money here with Deontay Johnson and Justin Jefferson. You got to smash the over for both of these guys.
Yeah, no, I like that play. I think a lot of like passing is going to happen in this game. Not the running won't, but running not the specialty necessarily without Dalvin Cook. I think Madison will be in there, but he doesn't have any props on the board right now, so we'll have to wait and kind of see where we're favoring him. But there are a couple other plays on the board. Ty Conklin KJ Osborne. If you had to pick one of these two with Thielen out, who gets more volume? Who are you leaning towards?
I'm going to lean towards Conklin. I definitely feel as though the target share is there for him. The red zone targets are there for him. So 37 and a hook is actually good. It's ballpark where he can get easily with the volume that he has. I definitely think he's going to have a high 20% target share over a KJ Osborne, who kind of started off hot the first 2 weeks. He was a top 15, wide receiver the first 2 weeks, and then he kind of fell off. And I think that's more so because of Tyler Conklin just showing like, hey, I'm going to earn these targets as well. So give me Conklin over KJ Osborne.
Yeah, no, I like that as well. And then I'm not saying fade Chase Claypool or Pat Freiermuth, but I think the better play is just Deontay Johnson. So I'm not going to kind of venture into those waters when I know Deontay can hit that 75. I mean, barring an injury, he's going to get you around 100, to 90 yards every single week. So his target volume is insane. I think we talked about before, 13, 14, 11, 11, 12, 13, 13. I mean, it's just he averages over 10 targets a game. You love to see it if you're playing these type of odds. All right, let's jump down here to some TDs. We've got passing TDs. We've got interceptions. We've got rushing TDs, receiving TDs. I'm excited about these. See these TDs is what we'll say the segment is, right? Ben Roethlisberger, I'm not going to see these TDs. 1.5, so 1 and a hook. They're looking for the 2. Are you going over or under with Big Ben?
Give me the under for Big Ben, man. He just hasn't looked good. He's good for the pump fake and throw it out and, not making huge noise in the touchdown area. So this may be a Najee Harris game where he's rushing in. And I'm just not going to gamble on the Big Ben. So I'm going to hit, the fade on this.
Yeah. What about the Kirk Cousins without Dalvin, without Thielen, 1 and a hook? Are you still going for it?
Yeah, I'm going to go for Kirk Cousins to over here. I can see him easily getting 2 touchdowns this week. I mean, like I said, Justin Jefferson, he's going to be that guy. Ball out, full send it.
Yeah. Now, I'll tell you one of the ones that we like just in general as the part of the MMN, the Mayo Media Network over here, is the interception total for Ben Roethlisberger. The statue that is Big Ben, he doesn't move around the pocket, which means if you can get an angle on him, you can pick him off. So 0.5 is just 1 interception. They don't have half interceptions. So they should, though, with Tyreek Hill, how many interceptions he's given away this year. Same with Jamar Chase last game after he's like, hey, you want a touchdown? He's like, no, it's making an interception instead. Here you go. Right. So craziness. But do you like that player? You getting the Big Ben interception juice?
Yeah, this is a absolute smash here. He's going to throw an interception, people. It's the pump fake interception game coming this week.
Maybe it slips out of his hand, hits a lineman in the head, pops up into the middle of the
falls down. He tries to shuffle it out to Najee, right into the defensive lineman.
Trips on an offensive lineman, throws it up in the air like it's bread. I can't wait. So, all right, a couple more real quick. Actually, 2 more, and they're juicy for me at least. You mentioned it earlier, a little, foreshadowing. You talked about Najee Harris rushing touchdown. We have a 0.5. We have a total for 1 basically. How do you feel about this? You over on this?
Yeah, I'm going to hit the over here. He's one of the guys that's the focal point in this offense. And like I said, they're going to have to get it done some way, somehow. And Najee Harris isn't, foreign to find himself in the end zone. So I definitely full send this for the over.
Oh, yeah. He is one of the top 10 in red zone carries this year for sure. He's crushing it in that department. And then on the other side, Justin Jefferson. We've heard of him. We've mentioned him. Second-year player. He's kind of good, kind of awesome. He has a touchdown total, 0.5. So we're looking for the 1. Are you going to go for this one or are you fading him?
Yeah, I'm going to hit the over on here as well. I mean, Justin Jefferson, before coming into week 13, had 14 targets in the red zone. That was tied with Adam Thielen, the touchdown junkie, which goes, a little bit under the radar. So Justin Jefferson without Adam Thielen in the red zone, full send it.
No, I love it. All right, stay tuned for more prize picks. Right now, there's no fantasy points up, but there'll be more up. Stay tuned to the Mayo Media Network as well. Like, subscribe, and then go down in the link in the description. MMN $100 deposit match bonus when you sign up for prize picks. Do it, folks. We're giving you the money. Listen, if you take LQ's advice, right, you take that $100, they give you another $100, right? You turn that $100 into, a couple more $100, and you take the other $100, turn it into, I'm just saying, it could be a great holiday season for you and yours. So fire content only from my man LQ. Please do like and subscribe. Let's transition now. We're going to talk a little start sit. And so I'm going to be honest with you, LQ. Sometimes I've been going to Twitter with questions, of course. Other times I've been blatantly using you to help win my fantasy championship. So I just want to be honest with you here. Some of these questions, it's a mixed bag here. I will not reveal until the end of the season when I win or lose. But some of these, though, are just situational, interesting game matchups as well. The first one is a quarterback matchup with the GOAT, Tom Brady, versus Buffalo. And on the other side, you've got Josh Allen versus Tampa Bay. So two of the top 5 quarterbacks up against defenses. A little bit different. Tampa Bay's defense has not been great on the back end, but they've been getting better. I mean, honestly, they have been getting better. But then on the other side, you saw Buffalo just get run over ridiculously.
Yeah,
they passed the ball 3 times last night. And then I saw the Buffalo DBs getting all bent out of shape when someone said, "Are you embarrassed about what just happened?" Yeah, they were embarrassed. They got up and got mad at reporters and left. Of course they were embarrassed. So this matchup is intriguing to me. Where are you leaning just on the overall? Who scores more points, Tom Brady or Josh Allen?
I feel as though Buffalo got a little exposed, in that game against the Patriots, just a tad bit. I feel as though, they were weak against the run. So this might be a playoff Lenny game. I feel as though Tom Brady's going to find the end zone. As long as he has Gronk healthy, man, I don't see how he's not going to score at least 3 to 4 touchdowns. So Buffalo might be coming in with a chip on the shoulder, but I'm leaning Tom Brady, the GOAT, surprisingly over Josh Allen.
Yeah, and I'm leaning the GOAT too. And even though Antonio Brown, that knucklehead right now, is
God.
I mean, just I put a poll out there last week. I said, who's worse, him or Aaron Rodgers? And most people said him. Just he is a knucklehead, but both of them are idiots, and I love them both. They're both on my fantasy teams. So anyway, maybe I'm an idiot. I like your call here. I'm going the GOAT too. All right, question. This is something interesting, LQ. I'm sure you're aware of all this since you're a football head like I am, but Cleveland, they played Baltimore. They had a bye week. Guess who they're playing this week?
Baltimore,
right? So,
hell of a schedule.
Oh man, who thought that one up? I mean, it just went out right away before they even checked it and said, "Wait, that's back to back." Oh, there's a bye in the middle. Okay, good.
Okay, we're good.
We're fine. So in this matchup, I want to know, Kareem Hunt coming off an injury, he's gotten some game time, a little sluggish, he picked up another little injury here, but Kareem Hunt versus Nick Chubb, can you play either one of them, both of them? How are you approaching this against Baltimore?
Against Baltimore, division game, we got to throw away everything we know because these teams play each other twice a year, every year. So I feel as though you play Nick Chubb because he's your stud. Kareem Hunt, I'm a little drawn back. I was in one league where I played him knowing that they're going to be conservative. He's just coming from injury. So that was my fault for doing that. And I'm feeling that kind of way this game because, again, they played each other bye week. They play each other again. So I don't think much is going to change in Kareem Hunt, upside. So I'm definitely leaning like Nick Chubb is just start your stud and forget it.
Yeah, I like that. And then also this is for a lot of people, either the first week of their playoffs or if they're adjusted, sane people, this is the week to get into the playoffs, right?
Exactly.
So big matchup this week. Yeah. Another little situation on a team. We have Chase Edmonds returning from his injury this week. It's been James Conner's season. Hopefully he won you your league already, right? That's what people were saying. Are you starting James Conner against the Rams with confidence? Is this something you're just like, yeah, I'm rolling him out again, doesn't matter? Or you're a little worried about Chase Edmonds?
I'm not worried about Chase Edmonds at all because we got to be honest, in the beginning of the season when it was the 1-2 punch, Chase Edmonds wasn't anything crazy exciting. He wasn't doing anything that was wow, Chase Edmonds is the RB1. It was more so they were already doing a 1A, 1B situation, but this is James Conner's backfield right now. There's no way I see Chase Edmonds getting back into the mix to where it's a 60-40 split. It might damn well be a 70-30. So it's James Conner's backfield to take over.
Yeah, no, I like that call. Let's transition to the wide receivers. And we've got somebody on the come up and then somebody who's been up for a while, but they got a Cam Newton situation. Which looked good a little while ago. Now looks terrible.
Yeah, it looks terrible now.
Looks terrible. Elijah Moore ascending. I told you to get that guy in the beginning of the year. You did. Versus New Orleans, who hasn't been terrible, against the pass. Sometimes they have been when it's a good pass, catching duo, but and not so much with Zach Wilson coming in or DJ Moore versus the Atlanta sieve that is the Falcons. I mean, the Falcon sieve. I don't know what it is. Pass funnel, touchdown machine. I don't know, whatever you call it.
I'm going to lean towards DJ Moore here, and I know I'm going to get killed for this because I have a lot of shares at Elijah Moore, but I'm going to be leaning on DJ Moore based on, I think, again, Cam Newton is there, but he's a more better veteran quarterback than Zach Wilson. I think Zach Wilson only looked good last week is because of the rushing touchdown, and he actually got a touchdown to Elijah Moore. So he's finally joining that backup crowd of getting Elijah Moore a touchdown. So I think New Orleans has a better defense that he's facing this week than the Eagles. So Elijah Moore might be a hit or miss, and I'm just basically going DJ Moore just because of Zach Wilson just being terrible.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm gonna ride the Cam Newton roller coaster one more time.
One more time. That's
it. One more time. Yeah, it's Atlanta, but honestly, you can't go wrong with Moore on this one. So I set it up.
I picked Moore.
Yeah, pick Moore. Good. All right. I had to go now. This is blatant. So this is one from my team. So I'm not going to pretend on this one. Straight off the Scott Simpson BFFs. You think that's best friends forever league? Nope. It's barely Facebook friends league. So yeah. So Van Jefferson versus Arizona. You're very familiar with Van. I picked him for a reason. I know your insight. Or Michael Gallup versus the Washington football team.
Believe it or not, I'm going Gallup 100%, man. That touchdown, just his swagger, the toe tag swag, however you say it, man, I absolutely love everything about Michael Gallup, and I can't wait for him to be a Chicago Bear next year. But that's a whole different conversation. I'm full sending Michael Gallup here. Van Jefferson is that guy. I feel as though he's going to have a great game, but Arizona's playing hot right now, division game. They have our number. They beat the crap out of us, in the first outing. But I think Odell Beckham's actually getting some momentum here. So he might be tipping into that second option, but Van Jefferson's still relevant, just not a better, play this week against Michael Gallup versus Washington.
I'm not going to lie. I also have CeeDee Lamb and Stephon Diggs on that team. So got a couple of wide receivers. So but I'm 6-7. I was 0-4. I was 2-7. So I'm coming back. I could be in the playoffs if I win. So this is big. I appreciate that, LQ. All right. Last one. This is a matchup of PrizePicks right here. This is Pat Fryermuth versus Ty Conklin. Who scores more points this week at the tight end position?
This is a good one, though, because a lot of people are in this situation. For a person like me who lost Logan Thomas, got Logan Thomas back, now lost him again, I'm leaning on Tyler Conklin. So I might roll the dice on Tyler Conklin based on him being the number 2 option right now in that offense compared to, Pat. I feel as though, Deontay Johnson, Claypool, Najee Harris, they all play a mixture into that. So I'm going to go with the volume here. Conklin's going to have like a 20+ target share. So the opportunity is there. And he's second right now, for the red zone targets with Thielen out. So it only makes sense to go where the money's at.
Yep. No, I'm with you on that as well. All right. Last transition. We're going to take a look at injuries. Please, if you haven't signed up for PrizePicks, go do it right now. And then also like and subscribe. And then also, I'm making you do stuff right now. So go like and subscribe to everything that LQ's ever. No, I'm kidding. Go follow LQ.
Oh, I like that plug.
Yeah, go follow LQ on Twitter, though. Real Deal Fantasy. And you can follow me, Nimble W Numbers, as well. All right. Let's get you into the inactives, the people who are doubtful or out, trending out. We talked about Adam Thielen. He's doubtful. The game is in 2 days or a day and a half. He's out, right? Particularly, he's not going to play. So adjust your ranks for Adam Thielen. Couple of COVID situations. One bigger news than the other one. Keenan Allen. Holy shit! What a terrible time to be on the COVID list right before the playoffs start. Big money winner for sure. What are we doing here? Is it just Mike Williams' season? Is it Austin Eckler? Do we trust Parham? How do we attack this offense now?
Oh my God, this is very unfortunate after coming off of a game where he just blew up.
Yeah.
You're going to have to ride, Mike Williams and hope and pray he stays healthy, hope and pray he comes to play. If you're looking for, a deep guy that's on the waiver wire, Josh Palmer, he missed that, that catch last week. That would have been a huge play for him. But he's a guy that, you can plug and play if nobody else is out there for you. Also, Eckler, I think he's going to have a decent game. I feel like, he'll, shake off the matchup he had against the Bengals and get it right. The fumble, just whatever. We forgot about it, Eckler. Don't worry about it.
Fumbles.
Yeah, we forgot about it. Don't worry about that.
No one even remembers it all. Right. All right. Well, a couple of other players doubtful. Harrison Bryant, he's doubtful for the game. David Njoku on the COVID list, so he's out. Corey Davis, goodbye. Never knew you. Another upgrade for Elijah Moore, by the way. Corey Davis is out for the rest of the season with a groin injury. And then Logan Thomas, you mentioned it. He avoided the dreaded MCL tear, but it is a sprain, which is never good, or a strain, whatever you want to say. There's going to be some time to heal up, so he's doubtful this week, not going to play. And then questionables, holy moly, holy shoot. We got a bunch of them. some trending towards being out, and that's why I put Dalvin Cook at the top. Questionable. Do you think he gets enough reps? Do you think he's limited today? Is that a good sign? Is that just kind of like, I mean, how does this unfold for Dalvin?
It's hard to tell right now, being it's too early. I don't think he plays, though, honestly. You might just be looking at another week without him. So adjust and pivot accordingly.
Yeah. And hopefully you either have Madison or you have a backup for Dalvin by now, or somebody else that you know. So be ready to roll with that. Joe Burrow dislocated his pinky. It looked pretty gross. I love how they're like, let's show this again and again in slow motion. Oh, and now let's look at it on the sideline. Oh, now
it's different angle.
Hey, please look away for screamers. So it's 17 more times. But he should be able to go this week. So just keep an eye on that if anything happens. Speaking of pinkies, not fingers, but toes, Aaron Rodgers has his broken pinky COVID toe. He's on the bye last week, so he's resting up. Hopefully that hippie toe gets healed and he's ready to roll. Terrell Henderson, your boy, out last week. Sony Michel filled in admirably for him. What do you think about Hendo this week? Does he get back in the swing of things? Is he back in the lineup, or is he take another week off?
So McVay is one of those guys that will ease you back into it. He's not going to rush you, especially if you've been dealing with injury, all season. And it's very encouraging that Sony Michel is the only running back this season to put up 100 yards. So he might actually just ride with Sony again this week and keep Hendo out, because again, Rams are thinking playoffs. They're thinking deep in the playoffs. They're thinking Super Bowl. So they're going to need a Henderson, for that 1-2 punch to take some of the load off of a Sony Michel. So he's more likely probably going to sit this week.
Yeah, and that is why I'm picking up Amir Abdullah.
Yes,
because I am worried about Henderson for sure. So, all right. And also my next guy who I do have as well, J.D. McKissick, neck concussion. I doubt he plays this week. You saw what happened, getting off. Yeah, you don't want to see any of that stuff. So keep an eye on that. Justin Fields, questionable. We'll see what happens this week. I'm not sure if he wants to come back.
I'm about to say, just sit him the whole entire season.
Rest. Wink, wink, nod, nod. Allen Robinson, you were cut so long ago from all my teams. I eviscerated you. I don't even know why you're on this report, but in case people care about A-Rob, he is a hammy, questionable. Kamara, we do care about him, questionable as well. Melvin Gordon, questionable. DeAndre Swift, questionable. Damian Harris, questionable. It's like a glut of starting running backs that are questionable. So especially going into the playoffs like this. Hopefully you have some backups. Good time for zero RB to raise its ugly little head, Denny Carter.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I know. Shout out my boy Denny. All right, a couple other important injury notes. We've got Darren Waller, questionable. See what happens in that situation. And then Daniel Jones and Mike Glennon, both questionable. Glennon in the concussion protocol. Daniel Jones, just general buffoonery, I believe. I think, no, I'm kidding. He was injured, but just check that situation out. They might get totally destroyed this week. If they've got no quarterback and they're going up against the Chargers, I like that matchup. Pick up the Chargers defense, by the way.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then, you got Tony's questionable, Shepard's questionable. And then on the other side, New York, Michael Carter's questionable. See if he is able to come back off the IR. And then the Eagles, NFC East, we're sticking around. Hurts is questionable. Sanders, Howard as well. You saw what Gardner Minshew did last week. If you're the Eagles, do you rush Hurts back, or do you let Gardner, mustachio it up a little bit?
Nah, Jalen Hurts is going to come back immediately just to keep Philly on the hush of like this QB controversy that's not really happening. So I think, just to prove a point that Jalen Hurts is that guy and probably the future, they're going to put him back as soon as he says he's ready to come back.
You heard it there. LQ killing Minshew mania. It's all right, folks. On the other side of the continent here, we've got Debo and Elijah Mitchell, both questionable. Debo, we'll see. He's got that injury to the groin if it's coming back, and then Elijah Mitchell in the concussion protocol. Hopefully he can get out and be ready to roll. Alex Collins as well, questionable. And then two friends, we talked about Chase coming off the IR, but also Julio Jones. Hey, how about that?
Hey. How you doing, man?
Nobody on Tennessee's offense at all. So that should be good news against Jacksonville, no less. So if you stashed Julio, good for freaking you. I'm proud of you there. So this has been one of my favorite shows. Like you said at the beginning of the week, Tuesday, this show just is easy to do. I appreciate you, LQ. Where can people find you and your work? What are you popping off with this week?
You guys can find me at Real Deal Fantasy on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. I got a lot of things coming out this week. An article from Downtown Rams coming out sometime this week, maybe tomorrow or the next day, and just plenty of content coming out this week, man, trying to help people win some leagues and get into the playoffs.
No, I love that. I'm Scott Simpson, Nimble W Numbers on Twitter, where you can find me, nimblewnumbers.com as well. And I do have to say, I've got content, all around. You can see it there. I just want to raise a glass. You can kind of see it here in the green screen. There you go. To Pat Mayo, to the man, the myth, the legend. He is the man. I got a nice bottle of scotch coming because of him and his generosity. Thank you, Pat. Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to everybody else who celebrates. Happy Kwanzaa, happy Kwanzaa, everything. We appreciate you guys here. Please go sign up for the Mayo Media Network down there for PrizePicks, MMN. Anything else you want to say, LQ, before we get out of here?
Yeah, man, put these picks in and win some money this week. Full send.
Fire content only from LQ. Make that money and then send us some of your receipts, man. Let us know on Twitter. Reach out, say, hey, I won a couple $100. I'm going to get a better present for my kid. My kids are going to love me now. Thank you, LQ. You let them know.
Yeah. Full send.
Full send. I love it. All right. We'll see you guys next week. Have a good one. Peace.
Peace.